They say home is where the heart is, but if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, home is where the iron clangs, the cigars burn slow, and the donkeys casually stroll across a lawn bigger than most people's retirement dreams. Welcome to Arnold's Brentwood Fortress, the kind of place where Hollywood power meets Austrian discipline, and every corner screams, "I earned this," rep by rep. Now, Arnold didn't just buy a mansion, he built a temple to self-belief. This 14,500 square foot Brentwood estate, worth north of $20 million, isn't just where the former governor rests his biceps, it's where the Austrian oak planted roots deep into California soil. Behind those towering hedges and iron gates lies 6 acres of manicured privacy, ocean breezes, and more marble than a Roman emperor's palace. Step through the entrance and bam, a double staircase that looks like it's auditioning for its own movie. Sunlight explodes through arched windows, bouncing off polished floors that could probably reflect your life choices. You don't just walk into this house, you arrive. And of course, no Schwarzenegger home would be complete without a personal iron paradise. Yep, the gym. This isn't your friendly neighborhood fitness center with top 40 music and inspirational quotes on the wall. This is a mini Gold's Gym, where Arnold still trains every morning like the cameras never stopped rolling. Dumbbells, barbells, machines. Every piece of metal here has probably heard him mutter, "One more rep." He's in his 70s, but still looks like he could outbench your motivation. When the workout's done, you'd expect him to chill with protein shakes and spreadsheets. Not Arnold. Instead, he hangs out with Lulu the donkey, Whiskey the mini pony, and Dutch the rescue dog, the unofficial mascots of his empire. They roam the estate like furry VIPs, occasionally photobombing Arnold's Instagram videos while he drops life advice that sounds half motivational, half movie trailer. It's like a Disney movie, if the main character also deadlifts 400 pounds. And when it's time to relax, oh, he doesn't do Netflix and chill. Arnold does cigars and cinema. He's got a private lounge that smells like oak, leather, and unapologetic masculinity, a temperature-controlled wine cellar that could drown your student loans, and a home theater so massive it makes the Terminator feel like a live-action event. This is where he watches his own movies. Not out of ego, but probably to see if his explosions age well in 4K. Every legend needs a shrine, and his trophy room is exactly that. Walls lined with 7 Mr. Olympia medals, movie props, and political memorabilia. Basically, his life resume turned into interior design. It's the only place on Earth where Conan the Barbarian sits peacefully beside a California governor plaque. Step outside and the flex continues. Tennis courts, a resort-style pool, rolling gardens, and that sweet Pacific Ocean view that whispers, "You made it, kid." When the breeze hits just right and Lulu trots by, you realize this isn't just a mansion, it's a metaphor. Arnold didn't just live the American dream, he bench-pressed it into existence. But here's the plot twist. This Brentwood Palace, it's only Act 1. Because behind every marble staircase and motivational donkey lies a financial empire that pumps out cash like a well-oiled machine. So how did a farm boy from Austria go from lifting weights in a garage to lifting California's economy? Rewind the tape. Before the marble floors, before Lulu's Instagram fame, there was just a skinny Austrian kid sneaking into a dusty gym with dreams bigger than his protein budget. Thal, Austria. Population. Who? That's where it all started. Arnold grew up in a strict household with a cop dad, a loving mom, and an obsession with becoming somebody. By 13, he was lifting whatever he could find. Bricks, barrels, maybe even the family dog. By 20, he was Mr. Universe. Not bad for a guy whose first gym membership was basically a broom handle and determination. From there, it was all iron, glory, and perfectly timed flexing. He went on to win 7 Mr. Olympia titles, a feat that made other bodybuilders question whether he was human or a Marvel prototype. But the real muscle wasn't just in his arms, it was in his ambition. He didn't just lift weights, he lifted entire industries. Then came the move that changed everything. California. Picture it, The 1970s, Venice Beach, Gold's Gym. Arnold steps off the plane with broken English, a suitcase, and a smile that said, "I'll be famous, trust me." Within a few years, he went from gym floors to the silver screen, thanks to a little documentary called Pumping Iron. It wasn't just about bodybuilding. It was charisma training for Hollywood. America saw him not just as a champion, but as a character. Fast forward to 1982. Conan the Barbarian hits theaters, and suddenly the guy who once sculpted statues in the mirror is playing one on screen. Then came the Terminator. One line, "I'll be back." Boom. The whole world just stopped breathing for a second. Arnold became the face of indestructibility, the action hero blueprint, the man whose biceps had their own zip code. For the next 2 decades, he owned the box office. Predator, Total Recall, True Lies, Commando. Each movie wasn't just a hit, it was a financial dumbbell curl worth tens of millions. By the 1990s, he was pulling $20 to $30 million per film, plus back-end profits that made Wall Street traders jealous. One movie, Twins, made him $35 million in profit because he skipped his salary for a slice of the box office. That's not luck. That's business instinct wearing sunglasses. And then, because normal success wasn't enough, Arnold said, "You know what? Let's run a state." In 2003, he entered California's recall election like a plot twist no one saw coming. The world laughed until he won. Governor Schwarzenegger became reality, running the 5th largest economy in the world while still finding time to train and crack one-liners. His political era was a strange but iconic hybrid of democracy and deadlifts. But even politics couldn't cage his hustle. When his time in office ended, Arnold did what Arnold does best. He came back. He dove back into Hollywood with sequels, cameos, and even his own Netflix series, FUBAR, reportedly bagging $25 million a season. And because he's allergic to irrelevance, he dropped a hit documentary, Arnold, reminding an entire generation that he was flexing long before they were born. Behind the lights and cameras, though, is where his real magic happens. Money moves. Arnold didn't just act rich, he engineered wealth. While most stars were buying yachts, he was buying apartment buildings in Santa Monica. His first one cost peanuts in 1968, and he used the rent money to buy another and another. By 25, he was already a millionaire, before Conan even picked up a sword. Today, his real estate portfolio reads like Monopoly for moguls. Properties in Beverly Hills, the Oak Productions building in Santa Monica, and commercial investments that would make any financial advisor sweat with envy. Estimated value? Between $100 and $200 million, easy. But that's not even the main flex. He reportedly owns about 5% of Dimensional Fund Advisors, a behemoth in the investment world. Translation, he earns money while he sleeps, lifts, or feeds Lulu carrots. That slice alone could be worth $500 million. He's also backed everything from shopping malls to boutique investment firms. Basically, if there's a boardroom somewhere discussing money, there's probably an Arnold stake in it. And while all this sounds like serious business, Arnold still finds ways to make it fun. His annual Arnold Sports Festival, a global fitness expo, rakes in millions every year. Add to that his books, endorsements, and social media deals, and you're staring at an empire worth roughly $900 million. That's right, from Austrian farm boy to near-billionaire action hero. Talk about ROI, return on iron. But here's the thing, Arnold's empire isn't just about flexing his net worth, it's about flexing his lifestyle. Because when he's not buying properties or running California, he's collecting cars that look like they escaped from movie sets. And trust me, his garage, it's not a garage, it's a motorized museum of masculinity. Buckle up, because this is where Arnold's story shifts gears, literally. The man's garage isn't just full of cars, it's full of characters. Each vehicle is like a different version of him, the warrior, the governor, the smooth operator, and the guy who still believes horsepower is the ultimate therapy. Take the Bentley Continental GT Supersport convertible. Price tag, $600,000. This thing glides through Brentwood like it's allergic to potholes. It's class, speed, and dominance rolled into one machine. The kind of car you drive when you've conquered Hollywood and the governor's mansion and still have time to stop for an espresso. It's elegant power, like tuxedo meets uppercut. But when he really wants to make an entrance, out comes the Bugatti Veyron. $2.5 million of aerodynamic insanity, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. The only thing faster was his rise to fame. It's loud, unapologetic, and absolutely unnecessary, which is exactly why it's perfect. They called it the Terminator on wheels. Arnold didn't design it, but you can bet the car says, "I'll be back," every time you shut the door. Then there's the Hummer H1, a vehicle that looks less like a car and more like a personal declaration of war on parking garages. This is the machine that defined his image. Rugged, wide, and impossible to ignore. He actually convinced the US military to release a civilian version back in the day. Why? Because Arnold looked at a tank and said, "Yeah, I'll take two." His H1 slantback edition, affectionately called the Governator's tank, still turns heads, mostly because people wonder if it runs on gasoline or pure testosterone. Of course, even the Terminator needs a chill ride. Enter the GMC Yukon, the understated SUV he drives when he's feeling incognito, which, let's be real, is impossible for a 6'2" legend built like a marble statue. It's the dad car of his collection. Practical, comfortable, still packing a 6.2-liter V8 just in case traffic needs to move now. But every empire needs nostalgia. For that, he rolls out the Excalibur Series 3 Phaeton, a shiny retro beast straight out of a 1930s fantasy. Chrome pipes, sweeping fenders, a car that screams, "I was born to make an entrance." It's the automotive equivalent of one of his early film posters. Bold, theatrical, impossible to miss. And when it's time to go full Americana, he grabs his Dodge Challenger SRT8, a muscle car for a muscle man. 475 horsepower, pure rumble, no nonsense. It's the sound of rebellion, a nod to the kid who came from nothing and said, "Let's make some noise." But here's the genius of Arnold. While the cars flex, the man himself stays grounded. Because the real luxury in his life isn't the price tags, it's the balance, the discipline, the fact that he still wakes up at 5 a.m. to train, feeds his donkey breakfast, then jumps on Zoom to discuss global policy. This isn't performative wealth, it's functional empire. He's got watches worth more than your house, Rolex, Audemars Piguet, Panerai, but he also created his own line, because of course he did. Each one is bold, masculine, and tough, just like the guy who built an entire brand on being unstoppable. Even his philanthropy flexes with purpose. The after-school All-Stars program he founded helps thousands of kids across America, giving them fitness, education, and opportunity. That's legacy money, the kind that builds more than mansions. He funds Special Olympics programs, invests in clean energy, and still lectures politicians about environmental reform like it's an action scene. During his governorship, he pushed California's climate laws ahead of their time, proving once again that his biggest muscle has always been discipline mixed with heart. And yeah, his personal life's been, let's say, eventful. The divorce, the revelations, the ups and downs. He's lived it all under the blinding spotlight. But what separates Arnold from the rest of Hollywood's fallen heroes is how he handles it. No excuses, no pity party, just accountability and forward motion. Like he always says, you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Even with multiple heart surgeries behind him, he's still training, cycling, laughing, and posting donkey selfies like it's therapy. He knows his legacy isn't just the movies, or the medals, or the millions. It's the mindset, that unstoppable drive that made the world believe a man with an accent thicker than protein powder could become the biggest star on the planet. Arnold's Brentwood home isn't just a mansion, it's a metaphor. Every room, every dumbbell, every animal in that backyard tells the same story. Discipline, ambition, and the refusal to quit. It's the American dream. Only this version has better biceps and an Austrian accent. So next time you're doubting yourself, just remember, this guy started with cement weights in a village gym. And now he's worth nearly $1 billion, still jacked, still smiling, still telling you to be useful. Because in the world of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the real flex isn't the mansion, it's the mindset. And if you love this deep dive into the Iron Empire of the Governator, don't forget to hit that like button like it owes you reps, subscribe for more stories that lift your motivation, and drop a comment below. Because who knows, maybe next week we're touring the Rock's house, and trust me, that one might just shake your screen.